Good Karma Brands radio station.
There is allegedly an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that has spanned years across 11 states. Heat guard Heat guard Terry Rozier and head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, Chauncey Billups, right at the forefront.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo Dorsey. And folks, I gotta be completely honest. Not the show I thought I was gonna be doing today when I got the call from the bullpen last night from our program director and boss, Brian Rowitz. But, yeah, you heard it right. Apparently and allegedly, I want to make this clear. This is everything that's going on right now. They're just accusations at this point. And we got details from the FBI's investigation, which Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier have been arrested in. It's gambling. I wanted to start, too, first with Terry, because Terry Rozier, Heat guard, I want to make this clear. Rozier was cleared of wrongdoing by the league, by the NBA, for, I want to say that the same allegations of kind of throwing specific, like, prop bets and games. Like the one thing that I want to read here is Rozier apparently took himself out of a game. He took himself out of a game in which, let's just say, MAFIA guys got the tip from Terry that he was going to do this, and they made thousands of dollars from this. Now, I want to read this tweet. This is from Joe Pompliano on X. It's at Joe, Pompliano. It does a great job of explaining everything that is happening. Current and former NBA players and coaches, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested. This was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. In total, 30 individuals have been arrested. And the MAFIA is involved, specifically the La Cosa Nostra, and in parentheses, the Italian Mafia. Charges with illegal gambling and wire fraud and extortion. So, illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. And the guys in question, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones. They are separate indictments. The first involves 6 defendants accused of participating in a sports corruption scheme that exploited inside information involving NBA players and teams. Now, and obviously the story I just told you about Rozier taking himself out with I know I'm on the radio, but those of you watching on YouTube, air quotes, the injury, were able to cash in a lot of money. But this is bizarre. And it goes more into exactly Chauncey Billups and what exactly Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones were doing. Backdoor poker games, rigged poker games. The rigged poker games occurred in the Hamptons, Miami, Las Vegas, and Manhattan. The poker scheme targeted victims who were lured to participate in rigged poker games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes, which included Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones. Christian Catt is our producer and co-host here on Theoretically Speaking. Christian, you're down bad if you are participating in illegal poker games because Damon Jones is inside. Now, I want to give Damon Jones was a decent enough player for the Cavaliers, hit a game-winning shot in the playoffs against the Wizards, but you are some kind of down bad if you are allegedly attending illegal poker games because Damon Jones is the athlete you're going to be sitting next to.
Well,
you are tremendously down bad.
I don't think that's that bad.
You are tremendous.
I think if you got the invite and you thought this was all above table, nothing illegal going on here, you'd show up. And Chauncey Billups is like, hey, Mike, you want to go play poker? I think you're saying yeah. I think it's a wrong angle to go about this. You're victim blaming here.
Chauncey, fine. But like, hey, poker game, Damon Jones, not necessarily doing it for me, mate. But regardless, guys, all right?
Well, also, that's just 2 of the names that are there.
Exactly.
So these are the guys that got caught. There are other alleged professional athletes that names we don't know that were probably at these poker games. they haven't been completely nailed down and caught yet. But I don't think you've gotten to the details that are crazy about the poker stuff that is insane to me. That there were poker chip trays that read cards through hidden cameras.
Correct.
Special contact lenses and glasses that could read marked cards. X-ray poker tables that could read the cards face down. That's why the poker games were even more of a racket in this instance, because there are two different things going on.
To that point, Christian, in this report, once again, Joe Pompliano on X, go look it up. The FBI says the defendants robbed a victim at gunpoint to acquire a rigged shuffling machine. I mean, this was a heck of an operation that La Cosa Nostra had going on, and apparently Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones were involved in. Once again, allegedly. And the Terry Rozier stuff were the props and stuff discussed formerly that was investigated by the NBA.
Yeah, they got to get their stuff in check. If the FBI is saying, no, we got the info, and you guys slipped up big time.
So I caught what Terry Rozier's lawyer had. Terry Rozier's lawyer is Jim Trusty, and he released a statement to Pablo Torre of ESPN, who really has become an incredible investigative journalist. All right, let's give Pablo some credit. But Jim Trusty released a statement, and along with it, with this statement, I thought this is what stuck out the most. This is Trusty on the whole thing. They wanted the misplaced, and he's talking about the FBI. They wanted the misplaced glory of embarrassing a professional athlete with a perp walk. This was basically the FBI arresting Terry Rozier at the team hotel. The FBI went into the hotel in Orlando. Now, Rozier did not play in the game last night where the Heat lost to the Orlando Magic up north, but he was obviously with the team. It was a coach's decision. So the FBI went into the team hotel and arrested Rozier, and Jim Trusty, Rozier's lawyer, said they wanted the misplaced glory of embarrassing a professional athlete with a perp walk. That tells you a lot about the motivations in the case. They appear to be taking the word of speculatory, incredible sources, it's untrue. Incredible sources rather than relying on actual evidence of wrongdoing. He then stated Terry was cleared by the NBA and these prosecutors revived the non-case. Terry is not a gambler, but he is not afraid of a fight, and he's looking forward to winning this fight. An absolute mess right now within the NBA. Now, the MLB dealt with something very similar. It just happened to be the greatest player probably within the MLB right now in Shohei Ohtani. This is something that we've seen in other leagues. You know, it's no secret. If you listen to ESPN 106.3, I'm very down on the NBA. But I think it would be the wrong take to have to say, oh, you know, it's on par for the league, because we've seen this in other sports. What I will say and get on the NBA for, you have the Kawhi Leonard situation does anyone know what's going on with Kawhi Leonard and the phony tree and crane service? Christian, I got a palm tree I want to get rid of in my yard. Am I calling Kawhi Leonard's cover? I don't think we figured that out yet. And now we have this within the NBA. And it was a good opening night. Like I said, not the show I thought I was doing today, filling in for Theo on Theoretically Speaking. I didn't think I'd be talking about gambling rings with the La Cosa Nostra and Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones, who we used to call in Cleveland DJ No D No Jumper. I mean, this is, I don't want to say completely out of left field, because apparently the FBI, this has been an ongoing thing with them. They've been investigating this for years, but not what I expected to be talking about today on Theoretically Speaking. I do want to note as well, once again, this tweet, Joe Pompliano, I want to give him his credit, at Joe Pompliano. He lays it out for an idiot like me who doesn't know court jargon and police jargon. He lays it out easy enough to where I could understand and explain it. So go look at it on X. But if you remember, former Raptor player Jontay Porter, who, from my understanding, is not allowed to play in the NBA anymore. Apparently, within the FBI's report, the FBI, and allegedly, the FBI says that former Raptors player Jontay Porter was arrested, or rather was threatened to participate in the sports gambling scheme because of his gambling debts. So That's how deep that this is really going. The teams that were also included the teams that were bet on rather during the sports gambling scheme included the Charlotte Hornets, Portland Trail Blazers, shocker, Los Angeles Lakers, and the Toronto Raptors. So this is something that's going to be ongoing. This is something that is not nearly over. I mean, this is just starting. You're going to get court cases. You're going to get guys showing up in court. And I want to make sure you guys got right with exactly what Terry Rozier, Heat guard, is being accused of per the FBI. So the FBI says that NBA player Terry Rozier told the defendants that he was going to leave a game early on March 23rd of 2023. And we do have the police commissioner of New York actually specifically talking about that. Let's take a listen to the New York police commissioner on what exactly Terry Rozier allegedly did.
One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023 in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. The proceeds were later delivered to his home, where the group counted their cash. As the NBA season tips off, his career is already benched, not for injury, but for integrity.
Got his ass.
Wow. And once again, allegedly. But what's the police commissioner's name, Christian? You got her name?
I don't have her name.
Okay, but regardless, she spoke to the media, specifically talking about what Rozier did back in 2023 when he was playing for, for the Clippers. Crazy that they have the minute details of, they delivered the money to Rozier's house and they were counting it. I mean, that makes me think that someone got caught and is talking. I mean, that's what happens when the FBI gets involved with things.
It's a detailed description of what happened behind closed doors that you would have had to have a rat in the situation.
I'm thinking of, like, this is gambling, but like the MLB obviously dealt with the Astros and the cheating scheme, and then they had to deal with the Shohei Ohtani stuff, which his interpreter was apparently the degenerate gambler. I believe he's serving time for being the degenerate gambler that Shohei Ohtani was being accused of being. And now you also have your favorite baseball team, Emmanuel Clase, Luis Ortiz, allegedly getting in trouble for gambling as well. And it's they banned Clase from the league, by the way. So like he's no longer allowed to play, similar to the DeJounte guy for Toronto.
And it's tough because sometimes it's very easy to paint, and I'm a criminal of this as well, painting a broad stroke on a problem with gambling in sports when it's used in an illegal way. These guys are not alleged to have dropped a $5 parlay on the upcoming NFL weekend, and they happen to be a wide receiver for a different team, and they're hurt, a la Calvin Ridley. No. You heard what the New York Police Commissioner, Jennifer Tisch, had to say, and it was that he told people, hey, listen, I'm going to be, quote-unquote, injured, so bet on my unders so that you cash out big. It is manipulating these games on the court so that you can make a lot of money on prop bets.
And which is crazy because Terry has made a lot of money throughout his career. And once again, I want to make this very clear. This is all allegedly. This is alleged because his lawyer, as I mentioned, his lawyer, Jim Trusty, they're denying this, deny. And in the quote that he said to Pablo Torre is that Terry is not a gambler and he is not afraid of a fight and he's looking forward to winning the fight. So this isn't ending anytime soon. This is not going to end anytime soon. There are going to be court dates. They're going to be appearing in court. And Christian, you mentioned the craziness of the rigged poker games. I want to touch on that again because, I mean, with what is going on in these backdoor poker games, I think is, dare I say, this is my opinion, I think those illegal poker games are worse. It's worse than Rozier throwing a game just because Chauncey Billups is a coach. I don't think
so. I don't think so because
and then quickly, give me something similar to this. The only reason I say this, we've seen this from players in other leagues, what Rozier is doing. We have not seen this from a head coach, a current head coach that just signed a 2-year deal to be the Blazers coach, an extension for making more than $4 million, mate. Yeah. I've never seen a coach get disgraced like this, I think, in sports.
But the allegations, to be very clear, it's Rozier with the player props exiting the game early, and they gave that one example of that. We don't know if that's the only example or not.
Right.
Chauncey Billups running illegal poker games that happen to be rigged with a bunch of bells and whistles and technology to really screw over the people that attend to those games. And then Damon Jones is implicated in both of those situations.
Right.
So maybe he's a middleman. We don't really know. These are all the allegations being made right now. I don't think the poker games it's really crazy, and there are movies about this types of stuff. The player prop stuff is really damaging because now whenever someone fumbles a football, whenever someone strikes out looking, you now have a percentage in the back of your mind that is thinking,
is he throwing?
And that is hard to avoid because whether you are a legal gambler, which is totally fine, or just a fan of the team, that should not be of concern to you. I don't have to be concerned about illegal poker tables if I don't go to an illegal poker table.
Right. And listen, none of us are going to illegal poker tables here at ESPN 106.3. I want to make that blatantly clear. I want to go through what the FBI it's specifically said with Billups and some of the cheating technology that Christian alluded to. Once again, Joe Pompliano on X has this laid out by number, 1 all the way through 18, 1 through 18 of what the FBI and company has said. So let's start with 13, all right? The FBI has also says that the defendants utilized other cheating technologies, including poker chip trays that read cards through hidden cameras, special contact lenses and glasses that could be red mark cards, X-ray poker tables that could be red cards on face down. So this is like talk about rigged. You knew exactly what hands these people were having. And insane to me. Chauncey Billups talked after the game, Christian. So believe it or not, the Portland Trail Blazers played a game last night. They opened their season. And Chauncey Billups specifically talked about pressure in the loss after the loss against the Timberwolves, the 118-114 loss. Christian, let's hear Chauncey Billups talk about feeling pressure and what he does with the pressure.
Pressure thing is nothing to me, man. I do the best I can and let the chips fall where they may. You know that about me by now, quick.
I guess. I didn't then, but I do know that Chauncey Billups actually doesn't let the chips fall where they may. Chauncey Billups is alleged to have cameras, X-ray vision, contact lenses to make sure that the chips don't just fall where they may. He's alleged.
He's eating the pot.
Yeah.
He's eating the pot. He knows the cards before the antes. Chauncey, you in? Hang on here. Let me go Superman real quick. Let me use my X-ray vision. Oh, he's got this. He's got this. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do a raise too. I'll raise it to 40.
So that's why I think it's not as damaging for me personally as a sports fan, a sports commentator, and even a sports bettor, because that's a poker game. People have screwed over people in poker games since the inception of card games existed.
Correct.
But now that we are getting a bigger spotlight on specific prop bets and things like that, I'm worried that Terry Rozier is just the tip of the iceberg, and they need to make an example out of him because you need to see him put through the ringer. And this is not the NBA needs to put him through the ringer because they clearly let him out of the ringer, and he was at Heat Media Day a couple of weeks ago talking to us that he was going to play last night.
FAU.
So it needs to be like the law and justice system to snip this in the bud, because no one that plays professional or collegiate sports should ever have any inkling or any doubt of whether or not they can get away with this. They need to be clear and obvious that they will not get away with this, and they will have their lives ruined if they choose to illegally tamper in the gambling practices.
And Christian, you mentioned to me and our director of ops, Dave Druda, here at ESPN 106.3 in our pre-show meeting, it's like with how like legalized gambling has become. I mean, ESPN has ESPN Bet. I am endorser for Hard Rock Bet. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. But with it being everywhere, it actually helps nail specific stuff like this because there's a paper trail.
Yeah, I assume they probably weren't using legal sports books for these types of action.
Right, but I feel
there's
like
a lot more awareness around it. Yeah,
right, in the future.
Yes, because you have more people with skin in the game above water. When everything becomes legal, you have more people partaking in this. So they will notice when Terry Rozier randomly just throws the ball away with no reason that you can think of other than that he did it on purpose. Yes, by having it legal, it does keep things above water, and you can specifically nail down when someone is doing something fishy. Because maybe the people in the room that Terry Rozier was alleged to tip off that he was going to exit a game early and to bet on his unders, maybe, just maybe, one of those guys
Christian,
let a buddy of his know and said, yeah, if I were you, I would bet on Terry Rozier's under. Now, that guy down the telephone game, right, probably isn't betting hundreds of thousands of dollars. He's just a friend of someone who does. Maybe he does bet on a legal sports book. You catch guys that way. I think it's very important to know that there are definitely a lot of pros for this to be legal.
Before we hear from Kash Patel, he is the director of the FBI. We're going to hear him and what he had to say to the media, a little snippet of what he had to say to the media in just a second. I want to reset here, though, for those of you just joining us. Current and former NBA players and coaches, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested today. This was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states in total, and 30 individuals have been arrested. And out of the 30 individuals that have been arrested, 13 of them are allegedly MAFIA members. And the case involves the La Costa Nostra, which is referred, the Italian mafia. Let's hear from Kash Patel, the director of FBI, talking to the media today about this.
As you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchesi crime families. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation.
I don't want to, groundbreaking might be the wrong word, Christian, but I've never seen anything like this. And I'm sure this has been going on for a long time. And now with the technology that is at our disposal, we're catching on to some of this stuff that maybe the mafia is involved in.
It's tough to tell someone that whenever they either lose a bet or their favorite team loses, to tell them that they're a conspiracy theorist when they say rigging.
Right.
It's kind of really scary, and it's altering. And that's why the book needs to be thrown at everyone involved in this, especially but not limited to the players that are involved in this and the coaches if they are involved in this.
Let's go to Leo in Riviera Beach, joining Theoretically Speaking. Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo. Our guy C-Cat here as always. Leo, what's going on, partner? What's on your mind here?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to say, after I picked up my jaw from the floor, because I was just shocked at, some of the allegations, that it reminded me so much of some Sopranos episodes where, not with the technology, but when they cheated the guy out of the sporting goods store and cheated him out of his money by basically he was the only one, he was the mark of the group, and they basically ran him up for like $50,000, $60,000, And then they took his sporting goods store and sold everything off for pennies on the dollar, but then made out like bandits. And then with Terry Rozier, it just throws into question with everything that you bet. I mean, so many people bet on props. And now every time a guy goes 2 for 10, they're going to be questioning, did they just something fishy going on? Or when they decide to tweak a hamstring, it just throws everything into question as to, whether it's rigged. And for so long, people have been saying, quote unquote, the NBA is scripted. It really does throw it in. And I just hope that at this point, the players make so much. I hope every league comes out and says, hey, this is a one-time, no 3-strike rule, but this is a one-time you're gone from the league, banned. We can't have this because without the integrity of the leagues, it's just going to be like professional wrestling.
Yep. Appreciate the call, Leo. Good stuff right there, partner. Always appreciate you calling into the show. Oh, God, he brought up Davey Scatino from The Sopranos. He was in for 6 boxes of ziti. That point, poor Davey was in for 6 boxes. Tony, listen.
Who were the families that were meant? I thought the person you just said, I thought it was the
Davey
family.
Scatino,
yeah,
Davey?
I thought that was the names that Cash Patel said. I was
point,
worried I was going to hear Rizzo.
Right. He had in the episode, he had a sporting goods store. And, I
think I watched that. I didn't watch all of Sopranos, but I remember the guy with the sporting goods store who got beat up.
I've seen it 3 times through. I'm a big Sopranos fan. But, Davey wanted to start playing in the high-stakes poker games. And when he got in for what cracked me up, the Sicilian that I am, boxes, he's in for 6 boxes of ziti. 6 boxes of ziti is $60,000, by the way. So, it's like that, though. Like, this is what we're talking about, illegal Tony Soprano gambling games where Chauncey Billups is going X-ray Superman vision on because they're cheating their butts off. Paulie Galtieri was holding the guy at gunpoint for the shuffler, for God's sakes. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. That's why I said I keep alluding to I did not expect to do this show today. I thought I was going to talk a little Victor Wembanyama. I thought I was going to be able to bitch about the Cavs. No, I got to talk about the La Costa Nostra and Chauncey Billups and DJ. No D, no jumper, Damon Jones, and some alleged poker game corruption, and then Terry Rozier throwing games for money, or rather throwing his player props for money, allegedly, which I swear, according to his lawyer, Jim Trusty, he got cleared of any wrongdoing by the NBA. And then the FBI comes in and says, oh, no, you're guilty. Crazy stuff. 888-760-3776. If you're just joining us once again, we are monitoring the ongoing situation within the NBA. Current and former NBA players and coaches Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested. The charges they've been arrested for include illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. This was, and according to FBI Director Cash Patel, this was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. In total, 30 individuals have been arrested. 13 of them have some connections back to the La Cosa Nostra, which is the Italian mafia. And I swear I just watched the episode, and shout out Leo in Riviera Beach for pulling up that episode of The Sopranos. Poor Davey, he's in for 6 boxes of ziti with the Soprano crime family. 888-760-3776. That is the Baptist Health Hotline here on Theoretically Speaking. Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo. Christian Cat is behind the glass as always. We'll have Christina Costanza coming up at the 3 o'clock hour for the happy hour. We're going to continue to talk about the ongoing investigation that is going on right now in the NBA right here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Football season is here, and the ultimate game day headquarters is Twin Peaks. Whether it's college Saturdays or NFL Sundays, catch every kickoff, every touchdown, every Hail Mary right here at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. From scratch-made favorites to ice-cold 29-degree draft beers, Twin Peaks is delivering all the winning plays. Looking for a stronger lineup? No one does game day like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, come for the game, stay for the experience.
Time now for the Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. Every Player of the Week is eligible to win a scholarship at the end of the year. This year, a $20,000 scholarship will be awarded to an athlete, with $5,000 going to the winner's high school athletic department. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond. Here's Cade Chumslin.
Our Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week is Jupiter Girls Volleyball libero Macy McCamus. Macy is the ultimate spark plug for this Warriors team, always giving the most energy on every play.
Those girls, they have to do their jobs, and the only way that I feel like they can do their jobs to their full potential is with, not the only way, but like I think a big part is like my support, and like obviously I want my teammates to succeed so the team succeeds. So I think my contribution to every single point is my energy, is my hustle.
Congratulations, Macy, on earning yourself this week's Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week.
Miami is headed to Atlanta, and the ESPN West Palm Street team is hitting the road to Mulligan's in Vero Beach this Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. Watch Miami take on Atlanta and enjoy game day specials with $3 Miller Lite drafts and $15 buckets. Plus, we'll be giving away 2 tickets to a Miami football game. So come join us at Mulligan's in Vero Beach and enjoy some ice-cold Miller Lites. Must be 21 or older to participate, and please drink responsibly.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Brought to you by FDOT. Hey, at Total Wine & More, you'll love what you find this Halloween.
Me thirsty.
Oh, hey Frankenstein. Did you enjoy that Cabernet?
Oh, good. Want margarita?
Well, all the villagers are raving about this tequila.
Ooh.
And we have it at the lowest price in town.
Economical.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21. Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me. Like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo Dorsey. We are actually going to go to the Baptist Health Hotline in just a second. But Christian, I'll tell you what, mate. I see your Instagram videos. I see your swing. And I got to say, partner, your golf swing has come a long way. You're starting to get in the 90s on those 18 rounds, huh?
That means a lot, Mike. And not just because you're contractually obligated to tell me that, but because you are absolutely right. It's all thanks to the Kaiser Golf Coaching Center. It's right off of I-95 in the Turnpike. They've got the best facilities, tools, and most importantly, coaching in the area. They turned my rounds that were 110 into the low 90s. I'm playing golf this weekend. I think I can shoot in the 80s for the first time ever. And it's all thanks to the Kaiser Golf Coaching Center, KaiserGolfCoachingCenter.com. They have the outdoor facilities, the driving range, the practice bunkers, the putting and chipping greens. And whenever that the weather is a little bit unsure, or maybe you want to get an instant replay and look from a third person at your swing, that's when you bring the party inside. You go inside and you have the 3 massive hitting bays. You can see the exact ball flight that you have, what you're doing with your body. It's all at the flagship campus of Kaiser University, KaiserGolfCenter.com. And by the way, those number 2 ranked in the NAIA poll, Kaiser Seahawks, who are looking to go back to the NAIA National Championship game for the 3rd year in a row. Yeah, they've got their homecoming game, 6 o'clock this weekend against Weber International. Again, that's right off I-95, right off the Turnpike, the flagship campus of Kaiser University. Kaiser versus Weber International, 6 o'clock kickoff. It's live on ESPN 106.3.
Once again, we are theoretically speaking today. Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo. That is Christian Catt. We are following the ongoing situation right now. Current and former NBA players and coaches Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested. The charges include illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. Billups is accused of rigging poker games and having victims go to an illegal poker game and already be on the losing end. Damon Jones is involved in the situation as well. And then Terry Rozier is accused of basically flopping on prop bets, making sure prop bets go the way that he is manipulating them to go. The one case was March of 2023, where he exited a game early and tens of thousands of dollars were won from it. Now, I want to bring in an expert. 888-760-3776 is that number to call on in. This is David in West Palm on line 1. David, you have some experience dealing with these kind of situations, from my understanding, what Christian told me.
Yes. So, first off, thank you for taking my call, guys. Love the show. I'm a listener, avid listener from morning from the drive into the office until I go home during rush hour. So
Thanks,
I appreciate everything you guys do on the show. So going into what you guys were speaking about today, and with the takedown that happened, I worked in the NYPD for over 24 years. I finished my last 14 years as a detective task force officer with the FBI in New York. It's my experience. I've worked in major case, organized crime cases. I've worked bank fraud and wire fraud cases. And I can tell you from the inside looking out, the outside looking in, the FBI is not going to give the NBA a lot of detail when it comes to cases like this because of its complexity, because of the sensitivity of the information. And in particular, let's take Terry Rozier, for example. Okay, his lawyer comes out today. He says, well, the NBA investigated him and they cleared him. The defense attorney is doing his job because he needs to advocate for his client. But what people need to understand is that when the NBA gets information, they have very little to work with. And the FBI is not going to give them a lot of the information pertaining to this particular person because of the complexities. Like, he's a co-conspirator. You know, what's his level of involvement? You know, who else is he talked about? I can guarantee you they probably interviewed him several times in what they call a prosecution offer, meaning, you know, the feds serve him with a subpoena. He contacts his attorney. The attorney wants to bring him in and get him to cooperate. During his level of cooperation, the feds are going to have more information about him, and they're going to see if he has that to offer. Now, case in point, it'll probably come out later, they probably talked to him a couple of times, and he just wasn't complicit enough, and he didn't give enough information that would absolve him from anything. So now they have to let the NBA know, because at the same time, the NBA is a huge organization. It's a huge corporation.
Right.
And there's a lot of money involved. What they're not going to do is say whether or not he's going to get arrested and charged and prosecuted. They're not going to tell them that. What they're going to say is, we have this information. We're looking into it. We'll let you know what we find out. Now, the NBA investigators, they're limited. They're most of them are like guys like me, retired investigators from other agencies that have dealt with the feds before. And then what happens is these guys, now they're hired by the NBA, and we have to now try to get an olive branch for them, to get them to exchange information with us, as limited as we could possibly be. And the other thing is, in an FBI investigation or in any federal investigation, those are classified. That's classified information. So they're not going to tell them everything, but they're just going to say whether or not they can go ahead and talk to them. Whatever the NBA does has no bearing on a criminal investigation. And for the attorney to come out and say, well, he was cleared by the NBA, he's just trying to save face for Terry Rozier. And the FBI is going to say, yeah, that's great, but I don't care what the NBA did.
Yeah,
this is what we have. This is what we know. And this is what he is complicit in. This is what he is alleged to have participated in. And this is what we do. So,
David, it makes a lot of sense what you're saying, because the NBA does a lot of things. The NBA has a lot of jobs to do, whereas the FBI's job in terms of with the situation is specifically to try to prove or disprove something as malicious as this from Terry Rozier, whereas the NBA, they don't have, the resources that the FBI does.
Correct. And then and to your point, the NBA has to make a decision. So I'm not kind of like absolving them, but I'm not letting them off the hook either. They were aware of this information. They were aware there was something going on with Terry Rozier. But if they approach, there's two things that they have to consider. Number one, if they go and suspend this guy, now they have to explain to the players union why he's being suspended. And then when there's a union involved, that's a whole different animal that I think the NBA doesn't have the mechanisms to maneuver around.
Now, David,
David,
if I can pop in, let me ask you this. This is, from your experience, is this just the beginning? Are we going to get more names? Because this is, as we said, this is an ongoing investigation. This has been happening for a while for the FBI. In your personal opinion, do you think we're going to be seeing more players, more coaches? Obviously, we know the MAFIA, the La Costa Nostra is involved, but are we going to be seeing more high-profile players and coaches maybe involved on this?
Stay tuned, man. That's all I can tell you. Stay tuned.
Fair enough. David, thank you so much for calling in, partner. And listen, thanks for being such a great listener. I hope you'll call in more, and I hope you'll participate more with this here on ESPN 106.3. Thanks so much.
Maybe the NBA's like, you know what, David in West Palm, he seems like he's got a wealth of knowledge. We're going to take him in to make sure that this doesn't have to go to the federal level and that we can snuff this out before it gets that high. We also have Joe in West Palm.
Okay.
Who, I don't know if Joe in West Palm's got experience dealing with and trying to combat organized crime, but I do know that his name is Joe, and he happens to be in West Palm. What's going on, Joe?
How's it going? It's hard to follow that guy.
Yeah. What do you got on your mind, JoJo?
Well, first of all, you guys are great. Thank God you guys are on. I wish you were on all the time. I can't stand that Theo. I don't know why anybody's surprised that this is going on. Everybody I talk to, they say the fix is in. They tell me I'm nuts. This has been going on for years. I don't know why anybody's surprised about this.
Now, Joe, do you think we're going to see more names? Is there going to be more players, coaches involved on this, and is this just the beginning?
I'm surprised you should just confine to the NBA. The NFL, NHL, it's going to come up.
Now, Joe, from kind of being on the outside looking in, watching what's going on with this situation, is this something that you think is a problem in sports? Is this, I mean, Christian and I talked about it. We had the situation with the MLB and Ohtani and the interpreter. I mean, let's go as far back as, in the MLB with the big red machine. We all know what happened there. Do you think this is only going to get worse as time goes on?
Yes, this is going to get much worse, especially with gambling so prevalent.
Now, Joe, what teams, if you don't mind me asking, I love the accent, by the way, what teams do you root for, partner?
Unfortunately, I'm a Jets fan, Jets, Mets, and Islanders.
Now, let me ask you this. Justin Fields, quickly, if I could pivot with you for about 30 seconds here, what'd you make of the owner going after the quarterback like that?
Oh, every time that guy opens his mouth, he's dumber and dumber. It's embarrassing.
Joe, we appreciate the call, partner. Listen, give my guy Theo a chance. All right, give my guy Theo a chance and call back in during Russo and Rizzo 4 to 6, all right?
Yeah, he's gone. See, that's the problem. It's the seed of doubt because 99.99999, you can go on for a very long time, of players who are playing poorly are not doing that on purpose because being a pro athlete is very, very hard. And sometimes you have an off night. Now, every off night, like Leo in Riviera Beach said before we went to break, is now looked at with a seed of doubt from the viewing public and from the league as a whole.
That there's 6 boxes of ziti deep with the La Costa Nostra, and they got to make the money up by throwing a game.
And that's not fair for anyone who just has a bad night.
I agree.
Which is really,
Totally
that's
agree.
why this is so awful what the alleged charges are again. Not the alleged charges, the charges are that Terry Rozier allegedly did in terms of having an intentional off night for financial gain. That is just awful, awful stuff if it's proven to be true.
888-760-3776. That is the Baptist Health Hotline. We appreciate David, who has experience dealing with organized crime in New York, for calling on in.
And I'm blaming the individuals here. The gambling thing's everywhere. It's only a matter of time. I don't think that's fair. I think that you need to look at these individuals where if in a world where for some reason the gambling was not a word in the English language and this did not happen, people that have motivations like that, selfish financial gains, will find a different way to make their hay in an under-the-table way. Not to sound like Dr. Seuss, but that's what I'm trying to say.
You got a cat in a hat back there, Christian Cat. Christian, let's go to the YouTube chat. Thomas says Jonte Porter, pled guilty, will be sentenced in December for his wrongdoings, throwing prop bets. And then Devontae chiming on in. Our guy D says, Riz, we already think football is more rigged than ever. The NBA is making all sports look bad at the moment. If you're just joining us, I think it's a good time to reset. Current and former NBA players and coaches Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested. They are being charged with illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. This was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. In total, 30 individuals have been arrested. 13 of the people arrested are members of the La Cosa Nostra, a.k.a. the Italian Mafia. We're keeping an eye on the situation. Terry Rozier is being allegedly Terry Rozier. Yeah, it's Christian's laughing. Allegedly Terry Rozier. As you can tell, folks, this isn't my forte. But allegedly Terry Rozier exited a game back in March of 2023 where over $200,000 in bets were taken on his under prop bets, and tens of thousands of dollars of winnings were won. And the New York Police Commissioner, basically, Christian, actually, let's hear that one more time. Here is the New York Police Commissioner doing a much better job explaining exactly what went wrong with Terry Rozier on March 23rd of 2023.
One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023 in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. The proceeds were later delivered to his home, where the group counted their cash. As the NBA season tips off, his career is already benched, not for injury, but for integrity.
So that's what's going on specifically with Rozier. Now, Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones, they're also involved in illegal underground poker games and the poker scheme targeting victims who were lured into participating rigged poker games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes. We are assuming that there were more professional athletes present at these games, but the ones that are listed are Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones. I already said you got to be some down bad to, have the headliner be to sit next to Damon Jones in a poker game.
Yeah.
Christian took offense to that.
I think that's you know what? Because those aren't the only guys that were there.
Right.
If I didn't know that Chauncey Billups was doing this and I thought it was all like legal, yeah, I'd go hang out with Chauncey Billups.
If Damon Jones,
I probably couldn't afford playing a game with Chauncey Billups.
Correct.
But also, I think it's all more of a reason to where if you are going to gamble, do it legally.
Right.
Like you got to do it legally because you don't know where the sharks are and how they will take advantage of you if you are not doing it legally. That's what the safeguards of having legal sports gambling are.
if you get 6 boxes of ZD Deep like our poor buddy David Scottino from The Sopranos. Folks, the FBI also says the defendants utilized altered shuffling machines to read the cards in the deck and then relay that information to an off-site operator. The off-site operator, known as the quarterback, then sent the information to the table, and apparently the rigged shuffling machine, they robbed the person with the rigged shuffling machine at gunpoint. Like, this might be making light of the situation, but this, I think Leo and Riviera Beach hit the nail on the head. This is an episode of Sopranos. This is truly an episode of Sopranos.
It is like
right now.
The movie Rounders.
Right.
Like, this stuff is not brand new, though. That's the thing. This is now a great job. If the FBI is right, thank goodness they were caught, because there are going to be less victims because of that going forward, not only because Terry Rozier allegedly and Chauncey Billups, that they would be taken off the streets and not able to do this anymore, but because people will be dissuaded on attempting things like this.
Yep.
Because they know how serious and how good of resources that the feds actually have and can nip it in the bud and be dissuaded from doing it.
And Christian, you mentioned the money and the victims. The FBI has been working on this investigation for 4 years, with victims losing at least $7 million. One specific victim, an individual, lost $1.8 million. The FBI reviewed thousands of hours of video evidence and executed more than 24 search warrants. These, by the way, this is the tweet from Joe Popliano on X. Go follow him at Joe Popliano. He ends his tweet by saying these are just accusations at this point, and that he is just pointing out details from the FBI investigation and what exactly FBI Director Kash Patel had to say.
Imagine, you know, that guy who lost $7 million, I don't know how that stuff works.
1.8.
Okay.
One individual.
One individual that lost $1.8 million. If it's all on the poker game, he's probably thinking, I knew I wasn't that bad at poker.
He was
like, I knew they had, you know what? Something smelled funny about that
rigged
night.
Against me. They knew the cards.
Like, if you've ever watched professional poker, like obviously World Series of Poker stuff,
Yep.
there are people that will freak out when they have legitimate
Phil
bad
Hellmuth.
beats.
Yeah, Phil
exactly.
Hellmuth.
They have just bad beats where, like, they have a 98% of winning, and then all of a sudden the river comes and they lose, and they freak out. Like, this is, I can't even know. That guy feels more justified than anybody else to freak out at the poker table. It's like, how'd you knew I had pocket kings? Oh,
I mean, your
vindication for that guy who lost $1.8 million.
Chauncey went James Bond with the glasses that are reading the cards. The infrared. I mean,
he went Danny Ocean.
He really did. He really did. He beat the, you know, they beat, I wanted to say they beat the house, but no, they were the house.
Yeah.
They were the mafiosos. They were the house. They were beating the customers. Let's take a timeout. Folks, download that ESPN South Florida app today. It's your one-stop shop for ESPN 1063. You can go back and listen to Theoretically Speaking. You can go back and listen to Russo and Rizzo. You can listen to us live right there on the South Florida app. Inter Miami football is right there on the app as well. We got the playoffs coming up on Friday. Download the app, listen live. Lionel Messi, baby, signing that contract through 2028. I am all juiced up to see more Lionel Messi in South Florida. But download that ESPN South Florida app today, your one-stop shop for ESPN 1063. Taking the time out, coming right back. Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo. Christian Cap behind the glass. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Are you tired of the hassle of buying a car? At Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, we're changing the game. No pushy salespeople here, just friendly product specialists on salary here to help you find the perfect ride. With over 500 vehicles in stock and a goal to sell 250 by month's end, that means incredible deals are waiting for you.
Forget the back and forth negotiations. Once you pick your dream Kia, you'll work with one manager the entire time, making decisions on the spot for a smooth, stress-free experience. We'll even handle the paperwork, your tags, insurance, and every detail. Need help learning all the features? We'll schedule a post-delivery session when it's convenient for you. And if you can't make it in, we'll bring a new Kia right to your home or office for a test drive. Plus, for a limited time, you'll see the factory invoice right on the windshield of every car in the showroom. Visit Greenway Kia today or shop online at GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Get ready, South Florida. It's the 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium. Two of the best group of 5 teams go head-to-head in the ultimate holiday showdown. Over 150 players have gone from this field to the NFL. Who's next? Visit BocaRatonBowl.com for the latest, including when tickets will go on sale. The 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's has voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manso's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manso's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Miami Heat. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Serving clients for over 30 years, Team IP has been the #1 souvenir merchandiser in the U.S., proudly powering over 2,800 events and 24 college football bowl games every year, including ESPN, ESPN events, and the Boca Raton Bowl, right here in South Florida. From custom apparel to branded promo gear, we bring your event to life. Want to boost your brand? Visit teamip.com and make Team IP your team today. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Mike Rizzo in for Theo. Christian Cat behind the glass, who have Christina Costanza joining us in just a second for the happy hour with Tina. We are theoretically speaking today on ESPN 106.3. We are following the developing situation in the NBA. You got Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, and Chauncey Billups, current and former NBA players. They have been arrested. They are being charged with the following: illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. This was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned across 11 states, and in total, 30 members have been arrested. 13 of them are members of the La Cosa Nostra. Gosh, I think I'd get that right. La Cosa Nostra, which is the Italian mob. So very serious accusations going on right now. And obviously Terry Rozier Miami Heat guard. He was arrested in the Heat's hotel.
You want the silver lining?
What's the silver lining?
Apparently, Terry Rozier did not do this, or at least has not been alleged to do this in a Miami Heat uniform.
Correct.
So for our South Florida fans listening or watching, it didn't happen under the Heat culture watch. At least that's not being accused yet.
And certainly, Christian, his lawyer, Jim Trusty, is trying to get him out of hot water.
Sounds like someone you can trust.
Yeah, Jim Trusty, his lawyer.
He probably changed his name to Jim Trusty. That feels like a good marketing technique.
Is that his shtick?
Well, like, maybe. I don't know if it's his real name or not, but, like, are you going to hire Joe Liar? Like, no. You're a liar.
Now, Christian, speaking of names, you have some pretty funny names you want to run by Christina Costanza coming up during the happy hour.
So a bunch of names that were listed in this entire news story in those crime families that are alleged to do all of this, their real names and their mafia aliases have also been listed in these court documents. I want to see if Mike Rizzo and or Tina in the Wild, Espresso Martina, are able to decide whether the name that I present to them is a name that's listed in this document or a fake mob name that I ran through ChatGPT.
I am, ironically enough, I'm very excited for this. This might be the high. Christian, this may or may not be the highlight of my day.
That's coming up soon. You better not miss it.
Coming up next. Now, before we take a timeout and come back for the top of the hour with Christina Costanza, I wanted to go through quickly what the lawyer of Terry Rozier, Jim Trusty, had to say about Terry being arrested in the Heat Hotel and his thoughts on the accusations about Terry throwing games for the $200,000, throwing the prop bets that he is being allegedly convicted of doing. Now, Jim Trusty said they wanted the misplaced glory. He's talking about the FBI. They wanted the misplaced glory of embarrassing a professional athlete with a perp walk, a perpetrator walk, meaning him getting arrested. In a public place. Yeah, in a public place. That tells you a lot about the motivations in the case. They appear to be taking the word of speculatory and incredible sources rather than relying on evidence of wrongdoing. Terry was cleared by the NBA, and these prosecutors revived that non-case. Terry is not a gambler, but he is not afraid of a fight, and he looks forward to winning this fight. So Terry Rozier pleading innocence, and then obviously the Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones, I'm calling it scandal at this point, with the Italian Mafia and the rigged poker games. More of that when we return. And Christina Costanza, Tina in the Wild, joining Theoretically Speaking next on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
Football season is here, and the ultimate game day headquarters is Twin Peaks. Whether it's college Saturdays or NFL Sundays, catch every kickoff, every touchdown, every Hail Mary right here at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. From scratch-made favorites to ice-cold 29-degree draft beers, Twin Peaks is delivering all the winning plays. Looking for a stronger lineup? No one does game day like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, come for the game, stay for the experience.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Every family has dreams, a vacation, a new car, or a rainy day fund. With a Boost savings account from Flagler Credit Union, your dreams can become reality. Earn up to 3.25 annual percentage yield with no minimum balance, no monthly fees, and easy access to your funds. Whether you're saving for life's big moments or everyday expenses, a Boost savings account helps you reach your goals faster. Open a Boost savings account today and start boosting your future at Flagler Credit Union. Boost checking is required. Other qualifications apply. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
This Halloween, the scariest thing on your team shouldn't be your books. Don't be scared. Jay Zolo and Associates is here to exercise your bookkeeping nightmares. With QuickBooks Online and expert care, let Jay Zolo bring your books from RIP to MVP. Let the only skeletons you deal with be the ones in costumes. Visit jzolo.com today. That's JZOLLO.com.
Tina, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hey, Colin, what's up?
How's the gym?
It's been great. I'm seeing results. My sports-certified Vitacost products have made a world of difference.
Oh, same. Isn't it great? Vitacost is basically the reason I've been able to keep up with Ironman training. Everything you need is in one place for my BCAAs, protein, and electrolytes. Best part, it's all clean and free of banned substances.
Go re-up on your supplements today. Visit Vitacost.com and use code ESPN20 for 20% off. Level up your game with Vitacost.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Elevate your drive with the new 2026 Range Rover Velar P250S, where sleek design meets powerful performance. Lease it today for just $749 a month for 36 months, with $6,995 due at signing. This is your chance to command the road in signature Range Rover style. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and make sophistication yours. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
You lather, rinse, moisturize, and repeat. At this point, you're practically training for the Shower Olympics. But here's the twist. It's not your shampoo's fault, it's your water. Hard water leaves a mineral residue that clogs your pores and dries out your hair. Culligan water softeners remove damaging minerals, revitalizing brittle hair and dry skin. Upgrade your shower system today for only $79 a month. Visit Culligan.com for more information or just say,
Hey, Culligan man!
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo Dorsey. 888-760-3776 is that Baptist Health Hotline. It's 3 p.m. You know what time it is. It's time to do a little Tina in the Wild with the Happy Hour with Christina Costanza. And as always, Christian Cat, our co-host and producer, on site with us behind the glass at the City Place Studios. Now, we are following the developing situation. We're going to be playing a fun little game with T here in just a second. But for those of you who are just joining us and have not heard of the developing situation yet, current and former NBA players and coaches Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested. They are being charged with illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. This was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. In total, 30 individuals have been arrested, and 13 of those individuals are a member of La Cosa Nostra, better known as the Italian Mafia. Tina, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Have you been following this crazy? Have you been following this crazy story today?
No, it's been on in our office. ESPN Radio has been playing, but I haven't been. I've gotten some ESPN notifications and looked a little bit into it, but I haven't really dove into everything really going on.
Now, Christian, explain the game that we're going to be playing with Tina here in just a minute.
So there was a list of names released from the District Court of New York, and they were giving all the people that were, a lot of these people were in the crime families that were implicated, the mafia, as you might know them, and a bunch of different people that have monikers, a.k.a. nicknames, as to protect their identities when they're talking about illegal practices. So I have all of these names here, both their real names and their nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a fake list to my right, created by our good friend and enemy, ChatGPT.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me, when I give you a name, whether that's a ChatGPT mafia name or if it is a real mafia name that we're learning today.
Now, before all that, T, I saw your Instagram last night. I saw you put in the mileage on your runs. And I know there's been something that's been helping you stay in shape and certainly running 4 miles in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I cannot do any of my training. I can't continue to go to the gym 5 times a week if it wasn't for Vitacost Sports Certified Marketplace and me being able to have one place that I can order everything that I need, from my protein powder, from creatine, from pre-workout, from I take these gummies that are like energy and caffeinated chews on all my runs. Like, you will never catch me on a run without them. They are amazing. They are my lifesaver. And I can get everything all in one place at Vitacost Sports Certified Marketplace. It is built for athletes and fitness enthusiasts who train hard and understand the benefits of clean supplementation and nutrition. Whether you're a gym junkie like me or training for a race, you could go to Vitacost.com, Sports Certified Marketplace, or if you're just trying to be a little more health conscious, that's the place to start to level up your game. Their new Sports Certified Vitacost Marketplace has over 400 performance-enhancing supplements, all certified free of banned substances to help you level up your nutrition game. Visit Vitacost.com to get your anything you need. Again, all in one place. Whatever you need for your nutrition supplementation. And when you check out, use the code ESPN20, ESPN20 for 20% off your order.
I'm going to have to be checking that out, T, because, Christian, Tina is running 4 miles in about 30 minutes, and that's where I want to be. I'm like 3 miles in 28 minutes, huffing and puffing, like I'm, blowing the 3 little piggies' house down. So that's exactly where I'm trying to get. I'm going to have to check out ESPN 20 and Vitacost as well. Let's get into our game, though. I am like, Tina, I told Christian, I'm like way too excited for this. This might be the highlight. This might be the highlight of my day. I can't wait to hear some of these names.
Yeah, that's dropped in my lap. I saw this tweet with pictures from those court documents, and these are some real names that are implicated in the backdoor gambling scandal. Also, these prop bets, shaving points schedule with Scary Terry Rozier being implicated. Scary Terry, that might be one of his mafia monikers.
Now, I'll tell you what, as being half Siciliano, I love this music.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this music, but I think it's pretty fitting for the current situation. Christian, let's go. I'm ready to go.
We got 3 Italians here. We can make jokes in jest, right? Right, Tina?
Yeah, we can make jokes.
Correct.
Uh-huh. All right. Up first, you tell me if this is a ChatGPT Italian mafia moniker or if this is a real nickname implicated in the court documents of the current scandal. Sugar.
I think that's real.
I'm going to go with real as well.
How about that? You guys know your
Sugar.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how he earned that one.
So the real name of Sugar is Shane Hennon. So you got that.
Shane Hennon?
Shane Hennon.
Is he even Italian? No,
I don't know.
Maybe that's why they had to give him a nickname.
Well, Chauncey Billups is in this list.
Yeah, you're right. You might be onto something.
All right, your next name. You got to tell me if it's ChatGPT or if it is a real moniker.
Okay.
We're going to go with Flappy.
It's got to be real because he doesn't stop talking.
Honestly, I think real too.
Flappy never stops talking, T.
Wow.
Look at
2
us.
for
Yeah,
2.
we're 2 for 2.
Anmar Awade. He's also known as Flapper Poker and Flappy. So maybe it's not because of his lips flapping up and down.
Like Flapper Poker?
Flapper Poker.
It's because maybe like the flop Christian. Like have you ever played poker? Have you ever played Texas Hold'em?
No.
All right, I'm having a a fun Texas Hold'em game. I will be hosting a Texas Hold'em game here at ESPN West Palm one day.
Okay.
You've never played, T?
No.
Yeah, well, that's got to change. You're half Italian.
It
You've
takes
never played poker?
No.
You ever played Texas Hold'em? All right,
I don't
fair
know
enough.
if poker an Italian stereotype?
Listen, all I know is I knew how to play cards by the age of 9.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Up next, Riz. Nah, just kidding. It's not.
Listen, that goes all the way back to my Nanu, my great-grandfather.
All right, up next, Chum. Simply goes by the name of Chum. Is that a real or a fake one?
That's ChatGPT.
I'm going to go with real.
Well, I can't give one single sound effect. Mike.
Oh, it's real.
And you won't believe this. Yes, Terry Rozier's #1 moniker is Scary Terry. Apparently, in these Mafia circles, he went by Chum from a time or two.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So Rozier was Chum.
Rozier, also known as Scary Terry and, quote, Chum.
What's like Chum? I think of like fishing, no?
I think.
Right? Isn't that a fishing jargon?
Yeah, you chum the waters like
My
in
Roomba's
Jaws.
called the Chum Bucket.
Right? That SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah. Love plankton. Hope he gets that formula one day.
Okay. Up next, we've got the Butcher.
That's ChatGPT. That's like way too like movie-like name.
Yeah, the Butcher like insinuates that he's killing people. I'm going to have to go with ChatGPT as well.
Wow, you guys have... Ooh, excuse me. No, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
My
okay.
finger slipped.
Hang on. Tina is... finger slip.
I'm 4 for 4.
Tina is perfect. I have one wrong. I got Chum wrong. Out of all of them, I got Chum wrong. How about that?
How about that?
Is that it?
No, we've got one more.
Okay.
Is this a real moniker used in the Italian Mafia, used in the Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones case?
No D, no jumper.
No
Damon
D, no
Jones.
jumper. How about the Whisper?
No, I'm going to say ChatGPT again, like the Butcher, the Whisper, like that just...
I am playing the law of averages. You got to get one wrong. You got it. I'm going with you getting one wrong. That is real.
Mike.
Oh, my
Look
God.
at me.
Tina, you got it right. That was a ChatGPT
5 for 5.
You are
nickname
perfect.
that was
Wow.
generated. And we look at the rest of this list. We've got some other ones. Damon Jones went as D. Jones with just a letter D, and D-E-E Jones. You also have a couple other ones. Spanish G for Nelson Alvarez. So there was not a G in his name. So maybe they're using the word G as in gangster. Spanish G.
And you know, I'm assuming he comes from Spanish descent as well.
That's true. Maybe that's the case.
Right.
We've got Black Tony. I think that one's self-explanatory.
I think we could put two.
His first name is Tony, though. Tony Goodson. How about that?
I think we could put 2 and 2 together for Tony.
How about Osmond Hody? You want to guess what Osmond Hody's Italian Mafia nickname is?
The Oz?
That would be good, but they did not opt for that. They went with Albanian Bruce and Big Bruce. So I think Osmond Hody might have been a muscle man. Might have been
Bruce.
standing out of the front of that door where Terry Rozier was counting the dollars after he allegedly shaved points.
Did you hear about that, T?
No.
So apparently, and this is March 23rd of 2023, Terry Rozier apparently told said mafiosos that he was coming out of the game in the 9th minute with an injury. And for everyone watching on the YouTube chat, you can see me do my air quotes.
Allegedly.
Alleged injury. So he leaves the game in the 9th minute, and his prop bets all hit the under, and they win tens of thousands of dollars. And then they delivered the money, allegedly, to Rozier's house, and him and, what was his name? The Ox? Oz?
No, right.
Chum?
Well, I'm assuming that is not a real
Right,
thing where that guy was
alleged.
on that.
It's alleged, but like him and some of these guys were counting the money in his house after. So like, and that's why I told Christian, like, so there had to be a rat. There's a rat. And with
Yeah,
the
maybe some
FBI
wires
involved
tapped.
there is.
That's what you got to do. You got to find some way, somehow. These are resources that the NBA, as we've learned from our good friend and caller David in West Palm, he's like, the NBA just doesn't have the tools to have the in-depth investigation like the feds would.
See, we had a former New York police detective call in who dealt with taking down, organized crime in New York. So
I heard, and I was like, who do they have on right now? Like, I didn't know.
Yeah, we gave him the floor.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like, who's on right now? And then you're like, thanks for calling. I'm like, that was a caller?
I thought I was
That's
gonna
awesome.
I thought I was going to be talking about Victor Wembanyama, how he's the face of the league. Oh no, Riz, you're talking about an elaborate poker scam where no D, no J, Damon Jones was using James Bond glasses to see the hands of cards and knew what the hell was going to happen in the hand before it even happened. T, did you ever watch Sopranos? Did you ever watch any of the Goodfellas, Godfather? Did you ever watch any of these movies or shows?
No, if you know me well enough, you know I don't watch movies.
Okay.
And
No
those probably
movies.
would give me nightmares.
So he doesn't have a TV.
Oh, yeah, you don't have it. Yeah,
I
you
do
don't
have a
it.
TV. I have a TV.
Well, he collects dust.
Yeah,
You don't
No,
watch
you don't-
movies, TV shows, or sports.
So you don't watch movies. Okay, you don't watch movies. Christian, can I give you a good movie that I watched last night after the Cavs game?
Wow, you're up late. Okay.
I was, because, brother, I slept,
The thing is, committing to a movie after a game
I
is
was up to,
just...
it was 12:08. I
That's
went
a
to
commitment.
Bed. 10 o'clock the Cav game ended, and about 12:08, the movie was like 2:09.
So
I
did you know
immediately went to bed.
So you knew what movie you wanted to watch after the Cavs game? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
because
better.
I was surfing the night that I fell asleep early. I was looking at something I wanted to watch, didn't get to watch it. Red Dragon with Ed Norton, and I forget the actor's name, but have you ever heard of Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
It's the prequel. And it came out in 2002. So like a signature Ed Norton movie, crime movie, thriller movie, and similar in Silence of the Lambs, Ed Norton, the main character in the movie, is getting help from, infamous killer Hannibal Lecter. Very good movie. Very disturbing movie as well. Like, I like that kind of, I like the detective crime thriller kind of movies.
So like 7? Like,
Yeah.
you like that
Oh, yeah.
one?
What's in the box? Oh, I absolutely love it.
What about the movie that goes backwards Memento? You ever see Memento?
Can't say I have.
That is a Christopher Nolan movie. It's one of his earlier ones, so it's got to be pretty good. It is shot in a way that I've never seen a movie done before. I think I've seen one other do it, actually. And, Memento. You should put that on your list. It's a really good movie worth watching.
Now, Christian, I'm assuming you've seen the Sherlock Holmes, the first one.
The one with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, I really liked the first one. Colin told me the second one is a waste of time. But the first one, this is how I kind of got into not back into the thriller category, but...
You whet that appetite.
I did. And then on Netflix, it said you would also like this. And that's how I found Red Dragon. Now, T, you said you don't watch movies or whatever. What are you watching then? Are you watching a TV show? Or are you watching anything in particular right now on any streaming service?
I'm watching Dancing with the Stars. That's every Tuesday night, so I couldn't watch it this week because we had our golf outing.
Who's the featured athlete or actor, actresses in it? Because my mother, listen, every night it was American Idol and Dances with the Stars. Like my mom we were addicted to it when I was a wee young lad. Those shows have been going on for a long time. I'm sure American Idol is probably canceled by now. They probably call it something different. But Dances with the Stars, man. I remember Emmett Smith. The Emmett Smith one, he was really good. But yeah, if you have it in front of you, who's on it this year?
So the athlete was Baron Davis.
Yeah, B. Dizzle,
Yes.
former Golden State Warrior and Hornet.
He
Tina said that and looked up because she didn't know if that was a big enough name for anyone to know.
Yeah.
No, I
Bedazzle.
said his name wrong before.
Oh,
That's why-
Baron or something?
No,
What'd you
I
say?
didn't say that. I don't remember what I said.
It's
but
like
if I
Red
said it
Baron.
right,
You know that pizza brand, Red Baron?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Elaine Hendricks, she's amazing. Parent Trap, she's an actress. She's been crushing at Dance with the
Wait,
Stars.
she was in the Parent Trap? How old is she?
Yeah, she's 50. I looked up her age last night because
Oh, is she like she's
Freaky
the
Friday
stepmom?
mom?
57?
Is she Freaky Friday mom?
Different movie.
No.
So she must be like the younger
The British
love
mom.
interest
She's
of-
married. No, she's not.
She's the British mom in A Parent Trap, correct? Or am I dead wrong here?
What's her name again? I'll look it up.
Elaine Hendricks.
Okay.
Is she the British mom in The Parent Trap, Christian? Because there's the
No,
mom and
no,
the
no. She's Meredith.
Yeah, exactly.
She's
Yeah, the
Meredith.
stepmom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that freaks out when they go camping.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's what I'm
okay.
thinking.
Okay, sorry.
There's Jordan Childs from from Team USA Gymnastics.
Okay.
She's really good. Robert Irwin, he's crushing it. There's a lot of like reality TV stars from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. This lady, Whitney, Jen,
Hang on.
Alex Earl is on it.
Hang on,
she's
T.
awesome.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
You haven't? That's something I've watched. I've watched that TV show.
Is it good?
Reality TV. Yeah, it's crazy.
What's it about?
It's about
Well, it's
Mormons
really
who-
self-explanatory.
Secret Lives of Mormon
But
Wives.
why would I want to watch Mormon Wives? Like, what's so appetizing?
So they
Maybe I'm
became
asking
famous over during COVID because they made this thing called Mom Talk. And so they blew up on TikTok of these Mormon moms and wives, like basically just like doing dances and like they just like break all the Mormon rules. And then they had this huge scandal go on. And like they're swingers and stuff, and some of them were involved, some weren't. So this massive TV show came from it.
That's cashing
and
in.
this
Good
is-
for them.
This
Oh,
is
they are just they are set for life.
Yeah.
Set for life.
Off the backs of Tina's subscriptions to
Yeah.
Netflix. That all
Correct.
because of Tina. That's why they're set for lives.
correct.
Topanga, she's on it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. Saved by the Bell.
Yes, there's a bunch of people on here.
Okay.
But it's good.
I never got into Dances with the Stars.
So I used to watch it as a kid, and then I didn't watch it for years, and then the past 2-3 years I've really started to watch it, probably because it's just more people that I know, and I'm like, oh, Charlie D'Amelio, she was a huge TikTok star, she's a dancer, all that stuff. Like she was amazing. She won her season. So now this is the show I'm into because it's people that I know and actually see on TV and follow on Instagram, and I'm interested in. So yeah.
I may or may not have used my mom's cell phone as like a 9-year-old to make sure
To vote?
Ruben Studdard got a vote to win American Idol.
I would always-
Idol 03. It'd be Ryan Seacrest, like 176 Idol 03, and I'd be spamming because Ruben Studdard was from Cleveland, and he won it that year.
Oh, so you hate
Yeah.
Clay Aiken, don't you?
Oh, I can't stand him. Ruben Studdard for life, baby. Are you kidding me? He deserved
See,
that.
I was more of an America's Got Talent. That I would always root against these singers because, like, listen, that's boring for me. For my 8-year-old eyes, I like the magicians and I like the stunts people, so I would always vote for them.
I agree with you. I was super into America's Got Talent, and I wasn't really a fan when there would be singers like
okay.
come on, because I'm like, I want this to be like a show. And I don't know, like,
What, you wanna
well,
go-
now, like, I'm going to a concert tomorrow, and it's going to be, like, it's a whole production now. Like, concerts are totally different than probably, like, 10, 20 years ago. And so you could make a whole show out of a concert, totally. But
Who are we going to see?
Jonas Brothers, which is
Oh,
very
wow.
nostalgic for me because I'm going with my best friend since kindergarten and as well as one of our teammates here, Courtney, and another one of our friends. But me and her went in middle school together to see them at, I think, Financial Amphitheater. So very just
Full circle,
full
yeah.
circle moment where
So-
this is what I spend my adult money
So,
on
all right,
now.
so
I'm
are you
going-
going to take a picture that is maybe in the same pose that you did the first time and try to replicate that? Because that would be a home run Instagram post.
We don't have any pictures.
So my
I don't have any.
My
I don't
s-
think our moms do.
My sister, who's 25, she loved the Jonas Brothers. Absolutely loved the Jonas
Was
Brothers
she,
when we were
was she
growing up.
Nick, Joe, or Kevin? Joe is my guy, and I'm wearing a shirt tomorrow with his face on it.
All
his
I
whole
know
body,
is,
actually.
all I know is my brother and I may or may not have vandalized one of her posters in her room.
Whoa.
And
Jerks, what the hell?
Let's just say Dad was very upset when he got home from work because my sister was beside herself.
Do you
She
remember?
wouldn't. She didn't talk to me for about She didn't talk to my brother and I for about a month. Now, granted, there's a significant age gap between me and my brother and my sister, about 5-6 years. I think it's like 8 for Joe. So like we wanted to play a little prank on her, and we thought she'd take it better. And
Oh,
hey,
no.
Christian, She didn't take it good at all. Let's just put it that way.
Classic
She did
gag.
not take it good
Let's
at all.
destroy your belongings.
Correct. I think we just like took it down and hid it somewhere.
Okay.
And like absolutely lost her mind over it. So
I used to get magazines.
she'd be right there with you.
Every time I would go to the supermarket with my mom, I would get a magazine and there would be posters in there of like Zac Efron, Joe Jonas, like all just like the pop stars. And my room was full of posters. Like you didn't see the walls. It was just posters.
I'm with you.
Are kids doing that these days?
No, God, no.
Call
God,
in.
no.
None of us have kids.
Yeah,
so I want
true.
people to call into the Baptist Health Hotline,
Yeah.
888-760-3776. If you're a parent or maybe you're a kid right now driving home from school, do kids still put posters up in their room?
To that point, do you want to know what my brother and I did like clockwork? Sports Illustrated for Kids, Christian. Did you ever get it?
No.
So my brother and I, my dad was big into SI. So he would get us the Sports Illustrated for Kids. Brother, it came with a poster. Every single Sports Illustrated for Kids came with a signature poster. My brother and I took every single one of those posters, each subscription of each month, and went hanging on the wall to the point where we had all of the SI for Kids, things up there. The Got Milk one, do you remember with the milk mustaches? We had a ton of those up as well.
I loved that.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, I guess that's core millennials. Millennial talk was poster on the wall.
I was a big fathead guy. That would be like I think one of my favorite Christmas or birthday gifts of all time was getting a big Derek Jeter fathead for my wall.
That was big. Yeah, I had a friend who was a Packers fan, and she had, I'm going to maybe mess up the name. Is it
okay.
Clay Matthews?
Yeah. Clay Matthews Jr.
She had him blown up on her wall, and she had like Packers players.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny.
So I even had Ted Ginn Jr. to that point. They even were making, this was pre-NIL, folks. Ted Ginn Jr., Ohio State receivers. You guys know, massive Buckeye fan my whole life. But yeah, I feel like the whole decorating the room or whatever, is that dead? Is that hashtag 1-800-DEAD?
We do have a story from Drew in Jupiter who joins us on the Baptist Health Hotline. What's up, Drew?
Hey, guys. Great to listen to you. I enjoy your show every day. So I had to call in. I'm not one of those guys that normally does, but so I go back, and I'm going to date myself, but I tried to put a Farrah Fawcett poster on my wall. And mind you, I have 6 brothers and a sister, and that lasted about 14 minutes before my mother saw it and ripped it down. So that didn't happen. But I have 3 daughters, and they have filled my heart because they have put on their walls and ceiling old records of great albums that they found at these stores. So there's all these records that they have on the ceiling, and then posters from concerts like the Eagles and Van Morrison. So they have kind of got into this, this play on the retro stuff, and it just fills my heart to see that. And they also listen to that music, which is also really cool. Old Billy Joel and Peter Frampton. So those records are a thing, and I don't know where, but I'm sure that they got the idea from somewhere. Of course, everything comes from the internet, but they have records on their ceiling and walls and posters of concert posters that they got from these retro shops that they found. One was in Gatlinburg, of all places. So,
wow.
Anyway, that's their vibe on that. So they still do something to identify and kind of keep up with it.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I love that. I love that the tradition, as my mother would call it, vandalizing the wall is still out there. Mom would complain and go, "You're gonna ruin the paint.
So,
you're gonna ruin the paint." They get like clockwork.
It's a very unfortunate realization I just made. When moving my girlfriend into a brand new apartment in Chicago, obviously blank canvas, got to decorate, right?
Yeah.
She has a record player. She has a lot of records. Apparently, my opinion on style is similar to that as Drew and Jupiter's daughters, because I said, you know what we should do?
Put them on the wall.
We should hang these records on the wall. I think that would be a really good idea.
No, I think that would look cool.
All right.
Did she disagree, Christian?
No, she loved it.
All right,
It's just that I
perfect.
have the opinions of a 8 to 14-year-old
God.
daughter. That's what I'm saying.
You know how like it's just the mention of music and an artist just takes you back. That's why you love music, right? You hear a song and it takes you back to a place in time. He brought up the Eagles, dude. My Papa Chuck, the former Navy man, he was obsessed with records and record players, dude. We'd get dropped off at Papa Chuck's. He had a pool. We'd go out in the pool, and he would just be playing all his records. The Eagles was the one that I specifically remembered. And the song One of These Nights, I could damn near sing every single word to that song. That could be a karaoke song for me. The issue, though, is when I go high. The ooh, ooh, ooh. You know, like that's the issue if I were to do karaoke with that song. By the way, a couple of things here. So
Papa Chuck in that affidavit, or no? I'm saying you're giving monikers. Papa Chuck kind of sounds like he's next to Sleepy and Flappy.
So let's get one thing straight. Papa Chuck flew airplanes. So he was in the Navy, but he had his own like 2-engine airplane that he would fly us with. The guy there wasn't anything he couldn't fix. He only bought Mercedes because everything else was junk, and he always fixed everything. I remember the damn diving board, 6-gauge springs. My cousins and I, we laughed about that for hours because he was bragging about the springs that he used on the diving board. That's the kind of guy he was. A different generation. Like I said, I was born in the wrong generation. So, but when we come back, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, I got a couple of things I want to run you guys. First off, I want to go to a haunted. I want to do a haunted house with the teammates. So we'll talk about that coming up. But Tina, before we go to and take a time out, recently I've kind of been having some car troubles, and if I needed tires, you know exactly where I need to go.
Any of your car troubles, I know exactly where you should go, and that is St. Lucie Battery and Tire, SLBT. My car, Sally Girl, was there for a little bit of time. I had some tire issues, got all 4 brand new tires. I had a battery issue, got my car jump-started and over there, and I was in and out in 20 minutes. Recently, got some maintenance just done to it and some other things that were just like sounding a little funky. I didn't want to figure it out myself. Took it to the experts at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. And I know we say St. Lucie, but they have locations in St. Lucie County as well as Palm Beach. I go to the one on Blue Heron and Military Trail. Go to slbt.com to find the closest location to you.
When we come back, I'm going to figure out a team outing. If it be karaoke, a haunted house. By the way, I'm trying. Our general manager, Stephanie Prince, I asked her what karaoke song she would sing. She wouldn't give me a straight answer. My goal is to get Steph to do karaoke with us one of these nights.
I think for your birthday next week, we just go to a haunted house.
Ah, yes. Whenever you have
birthday.
the birthday
I don't have
excuse.
a birthday.
Rizzo doesn't celebrate his birthday.
I don't
He
have
didn't
a
let us
birthday
do
coming
anything
up.
last year, and we're doing something this year.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's next week on Thursday.
But that's your
Don't have
get
a
out of
birthday.
jail free car. You just say, it's my birthday.
Yeah,
You have to do X, Y, and Z. Mike,
I'm not that person.
you have the answer right in front of you, and it is a very effortless ask that you were asking.
We'll discuss when we come back. I don't have a birthday. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about. We're coming right back on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Step inside the Gardens Mall to witness Halloween magic.
On Saturday, October 25th, bring the little monsters to the Kids Club Spooky Soiree. Wear your costume to the Grand Court and indulge in offers from participating stores starting at noon. Booga and Hooga will also be in the house for a special performance at 1 p.m. Stick around afterwards to have your photo taken with the stars of the show. Fun is brewing at the Gardens Mall.
You don't want to miss it.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 1063. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMITTED.
During football season, keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today, kick off your game day comfort, and don't sweat the small stuff.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo Dorsey. Christina Costanza in for the happy hour with Tina, and Christian Cat is back behind the glass as he always is.
Man, Mike, you got corrected in the YouTube chat.
Yeah,
you thought that Topanga was in Saved by the Bell?
my age is showing a bit. I just missed that show, if I'm being honest.
Aged as in you were too young for that?
Too young. My brother, who's about 3-4 years older than me, he's the one who got to watch that one. I was a little, I just missed the boat on Saved by the Bell and Boy Meets World.
Apparently, Girl Meets World is really successful.
Is that right?
Yeah, the reboot that has the original lead character, the guy with the curly hair, and a kid actor who plays the girl, and it's the same type of concept, except the parents are more prevalent since he's the star of the old show.
Huh. Interesting.
Has this reached your timeline, Tina?
I saw that they did that show, but I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Haven't seen it.
Now, T, we got something coming up at the mall here soon. Am I right on that?
Well, all month long at the Gardens Mall, which I know October ends on Friday, but all the Halloween magic is at the Gardens Mall right now, and gather around the not-so-spooky cottage at the Batty Manor in the Grand Court to see the Halloween Stilt Walkers from 1 to 4 p.m. on the weekend. And this Saturday, October 25th, bring the little monsters to the Kids Club Spooky Soiree. Wear your costume to the Grand Court and indulge in offers from participating stores starting at noon. Booga and Hooga will also be in the house for a special performance at 1 p.m. And stick around to have your photo taken with the silly stars of the show, or tune up your singing voice and polish your dancing shoes for Booga and Hooga's Haunted House Party Sing-Along, Do-Along, Saturday, October 25th through October 31st at 1 p.m. Fun is brewing at the Gardens Mall, located 1 mile east of I-95 on PJ Boulevard. The Gardens Mall is the premier shopping destination in Palm Beach County. And we have 12 Days of Christinamas coming back in December.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So why am I unfamiliar with the holiday?
Because you don't pay attention to Theoretically Speaking. That's why. You
That's
do
not
not
true.
ask the question that you know the answer to.
That's not true. But Tina, tell us what's going on with that again.
Well, 12 Days of Christinamas will start on December 1st. And every day, like the song, I sing a song every day, and the song grows every single day.
Sing me a song. Hang on, sing me a song.
No, it's special.
Song.
The 12 Days of 12 Days
sorry.
of Christmas
On
song
the
is
first
remixed.
Day of Tina,
Right.
Miss
Yes,
Tina
the Gardens Mall
gave to me.
The Gardens Mall gave to me.
The Gardens Mall gave to Tina.
Yes. And so, there's a song. The song grows every day, and every single day of 12 Days of Christinamas, I will ask a question that's holiday film related, and the first person to call in with the correct answer of that question will receive a Gardens Mall gift card.
Look at you, Mrs. Claus, over there.
I know. It's
Tina,
really fun.
I think that I've been here for every Christinamas.
Yes, you have.
And I feel like it's affecting me like radiation poisoning. Like it's seeping in, and I need to see a doctor.
What year number is this of
I
Tina
think this
Miss?
is 3.
Yeah.
I think this is year 3.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's becoming the annual
Yes.
Tina Miss.
I will say, Gardens Mall specific, I stop there to eat. Like
Yes.
I'll go there and just
go
park at the food court.
I go to Tap 42 every other week. I love Tap
You
42.
do your emails there, don't you?
I don't do my emails there.
Under the
but
influence?
No.
You do
But
booze there?
No. At Top 42, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not answering emails while doing that.
Understood.
Cooper's Hawk, amazing wine tastings that I will go there for. But yeah, you can go to the food court and there's all these different options. You have so much there.
Do they
And
got
then you
Shake
go
Shack.
shop.
They got Shake Shack.
Do they got karaoke?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There might be some place that
maybe,
has
So
it. Yeah.
hang on. I say this. All right, hear me out on this, you two. Before Thanksgiving, I want us to do either
What is it? Every Thursday there's karaoke in Jupiter.
is there?
Yes.
Yeah, we got a
You
place
like it?
there.
Oh, yeah, wait
It
a
is
minute.
a pretty good karaoke festival, atmosphere.
You guys went when I was visiting Mom. That's exactly what happened. I missed karaoke night because I was home in Cleveland for Mom's birthday.
I don't think it was like karaoke night, but we went somewhere. Yes, the day we end up going to a place that did karaoke, but they do it every Thursday.
Okay.
So whenever you want to do it, it's on Thursday.
Dude, I
need to be
A
intoxicated though.
You're a sober guy. That's really confusing to me because I
love
can't
it.
be really enticed to do karaoke unless I'm under the influence.
Same.
It's an important social lubricant.
You sit there in your heartache.
Yeah, like
give me it. Give me the mic. I'll give you When You Were Young by the Killers, like you didn't know you needed it.
Do you want to do that for your birthday next Thursday?
I don't have a birthday.
That's a good point. That's a little bit too serendipitous.
Hey, go on Thursday.
I don't have a birthday coming up.
You
I don't know what
do,
you're
though.
talking.
It's
Yeah,
next
this
week.
is weird performative. I don't care about my birthday because I'm a macho man. This is what this sounds
it's
like.
not.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Christian, do you want me to be blatantly on? I stopped doing birthdays after about 25 because I knew 30 was coming. And now that I am over the age of 30 and 30 on the dot,
scary.
I don't do birthdays anymore.
So-
What do they say,
are
Tina? 30s are the new what?
20s.
They're
That's what
not.
I said.
And hey, I'm here to tell you that they're not.
Okay, so are you free
I had
next-
hang on. You guys will laugh at this. I had a neck. I slept on my neck wrong. It's been a week and a half, and I'm good. I'm all right. You know, I can finally turn left and right. It's still there.
But Mike, look.
It's still there, for God's sakes.
You've
I
gotten-
slept on it wrong. When I was in my 20s, one day I'd be fixed up. I couldn't even lift this week. It hurt so bad.
Theo's not here, so he has to come. And look how many gray hairs Theo has at his age, the
God.
same age
Now,
as
good
you,
new-
and
good
you
news
got
is-
no gray.
Good news is, elder brother doesn't have grays either, and I'm not going to say how old my brother. He's 34. Okay, he just turned 34. Sorry, Joe. I'm throwing you under the
think
bus.
that's a good,
Sorry, Joe. Throwing you under the bus, mate. On me. But he's 34 and he doesn't have grays. So I'm hoping, pray. But there's nothing wrong with the silver fox, right? As long as you have hair. I feel like that's it. Like
Finally something that Tina and Mike can agree upon.
I could
is they freaking hate bald people. As long as you have hair, you're all right with me. Now, if you don't have hair, take a walk, buddy.
You know my dad. My dad is bald. So like,
I love his dad.
Yeah, dude, my dad's
even though.
Listen, you're talking. He's
put
my dad. I
differences
love him
aside.
to death. I wouldn't trade him for anyone in the world. It's my old man. I love him to death. But it scares the crap out of me that he's bald. Now everyone tells me that hair comes from the mom's side, and my Papa Chuck. Shout out Papa Chuck. Another thing that he had was a full head of hair, baby.
That's good.
So I'm hoping that
That's good.
My mother tells
Tina,
me
you just play into it. Like, you're not hiding
not
from the
like
fact.
bald? Yeah, you
no,
don't like
she
bald
hates
people.
bald.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
hate bald
don't.
people, huh?
She
I
wants to get
don't.
rid of them.
Like,
No, I don't.
She wants it written into foreign policy about bald people. We declare them an enemy of the state.
So hang on. When we go to it's spooky season, as you know, I love spooky season. If we go to a haunted house, I'm gonna have a bald guy.
Yeah.
You know, make sure she goes up to Tina.
He's not gonna have any mask
Scares
on.
him,
He's
yeah.
just gonna have a shiny bald head.
So I explained to Christian how I am at haunted houses. Apparently, Christian, and forgive me if I'm wrong on this, you said you're kind of a baby with haunted houses.
I am inconsolable.
Okay.
It is
I'm a
the
big
weirdest
baby.
thing in the world. I cannot stand clowns, and oftentimes these haunted houses have clowns.
I'm hiding behind someone, like gripping onto them, like I'm so
I will push you into
terrified.
the ground.
Yeah,
Like, you're not
yeah.
hiding behind me.
Me?
Okay.
I'm putting
We'll stay
gender
far apart.
yeah, gender roles aside. Get out of here, sister.
Me, I'm annoyed with the whole thing of it. You know what I mean? I'm like
annoyed.
I'm just I'm annoyed the entire time. I don't know.
Again.
Yeah, listen. I think it's like I always say, God, I want to go to a haunted house. And then I go to a haunted house. I go, this is stupid. I mean, you're an idiot. I told you the one time with all my friends, it was dead quiet. Everyone was scared crapless. Guy comes up to me, scares the you-know-what out of me. I turn around and I look at him, dead quiet. I go, you're an idiot. And everyone starts dying laughing. So, like, I'm kind of the guy who gets pissed off at the whole thing. Colin, How do you think Colin acts in a haunted house?
He's laughing
He
the
laughs
entire
whole
time.
He laughs the whole time. So we have Christian and Tina who are scared. Me, who's just annoyed of the whole thing. If it says I want to go and then I end up there and I can't wait for it to be over, I complain the whole time. And then Colin's just sitting there, rather standing there laughing.
Mike's birthday haunted house venture Thursday, October 30th. We'll find a good place to go to that is a credible organization who will scare us and is not seedy, and we'll make it happen.
Couple of things. Got to make sure we're off on Brian, content director Brian Rhodes' play schedule. I might be covering a high school game. It's Thursday.
Okay, then maybe
I might
it's
have
karaoke.
obligations.
It's
I might have
karaoke then.
obligations.
It's the same thing.
I don't have a birthday.
I guess
That
after.
might be easier. Yeah, I feel like karaoke goes really late.
Okay. Wednesday night haunted house, Thursday night karaoke.
Listen, I'm down with all of it, but we don't have to celebrate. We don't have to tell anybody.
No,
it's
we'll
my
just
birthday.
all get together on the day of your birthday.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.
And maybe
you
we'll
put
sing.
it that way. You put it that way. I sound like a bit of a Grinch. Let's take a time out. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with T. We'll get into a little Russo and Rizzo coming up at 4 o'clock. Keep it locked in right here on ESPN 106.3.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
Welcome into the Kaiser Sports Update. I'm Cade Chumsland. It was rivalry weekend for the Seahawks football team last Saturday. They beat number 8 ranked St. Thomas at home 35-14 with 28 straight points to open the game, headlined by Cardinal Newman alum Dallas D'Souza's impressive 46-yard touchdown grab. The Seahawks are back home Saturday, October 26th for homecoming against Weber International. Both golf teams won their respective Jupiter Collegiate Invitationals last week. Sophia Sindersberger won individually for the women by 11 strokes, and Ivor Sokin Sanj won for the men just by 2 strokes over teammate Jan Fernando. The men's and women's tennis teams saw success at the ITA Cup. Violet Apisa made history with her 3rd national championship win, now the only woman to win 3 ITA Cups. For times and tickets on all of Kaiser University's athletic events, head to KUSeahawks.com.
On Thursday, October 23rd, come together for a night of laughter and giving at Laugh Your Assets Off, benefiting junior achievement of the Palm Beaches and Treasure Coast. From 6 to 9 p.m. at the Paddock Restaurant, enjoy an open bar, silent and live auctions, and hilarious entertainment provided by Publix Charities. Presented by the Stiles Nicholson Foundation, this event helps empower our youth with the tools to succeed. Get your tickets or secure a sponsorship today by visiting juniorachievement.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Mike Rizzo filling in for Theo Dorsey. Christina Costanza in the house for the happy hour with Tina. And C-Cat behind the glass as always. Now, you heard me say earlier in the show how I kind of want to get on Tina's level when it comes to running and her time that she's making on her miles. But T, I'll tell you what, you also train over at F45.
Yes, I do. And I want to be able to run probably so fast and get my pace to lower because I'm doing cardio classes at F45. It's a 45-minute workout. You don't have to think about it when you walk in. You've got trainers there to help you, screens that show the exercises, a timer going off. You don't have to think about a thing. You walk in, it's all there for you. 45-minute workout, you're in, you're out, you'll break a sweat. Maybe you don't want to do a cardio day. That's totally fine. They have strength days, hybrid days, a little bit of both. F45 Palm Beach Gardens, or go to F45training.com to find a location near you.
C-Cat, you got to get on the mic. Karaoke night, Thursday.
He did it the last time we went.
What are you singing? What are you singing?
So I want to mix things up. I kind of go back to the well too often with some Fall Out Boy and Sugar We're Going Down.
Oh God, I'd paid it. I'd give you $10. We're going down.
Yeah. It's a great song, and I've done karaoke for that song both on these airwaves and off of these airwaves. But I might mix it up a little bit. You know, I think I would do same genre of music. That's what I primarily listen to, that alternative rock, pop punk style sound. Maybe a little bit of Sum 41. A little bit of let's see, what's that song called?
Fairpladia.
Yeah, I kind of like that grungy type stuff.
Yeah, Fairpladia. I don't think I can pull that off. Do you want to know what I'm working on?
What?
With arms wide open. I'm not quite ready for my Creed performance, but I'm almost there.
Okay.
I'm almost there. I like to do songs that I memorize from the heart that I don't have to look at the monitor for. I have about 3 or 4 of those in the repertoire.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there with Arms Wide Open yet, but I'm almost there.
See, I don't know. I like a song where people want to sing along and like jump up and down to when I'm doing karaoke, rather than sway back and forth and take in the sound.
My one like that is Buy You a Drink by T-Pain.
That's a great song.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Short is snapping.
That's how I open up. You know, if I have the mic for about 3 or 4 songs, you open with that. You get them going. Because once you do a good job with that, you can go into anything.
Yeah.
And then I usually end with When You Were Young by the Killers, because I feel like, that's the encore. That's all right. We're going to send you off, kid. Let's go back in time when you were, 16 years old, high school basketball, not a care in the world.
Kiss, Kiss, Chris Brown. That's another good one of those,
She
too.
won that Laffy Taffy.
Oh, my gosh. In college, I used to get inebriated and then just text friends the lyrics from that song.
They hating on me. They hating on me. Kiss, kiss, kiss. You getting with me.
Yeah.
Banger, dude. Mid-2000s, like early 2000s, mid-2000s hip-hop is goated.
Yeah, I think so.
Goated. God, it's already time to go, huh? We gotta get Russo in here for a little Russo and Rizzo. T, thanks for joining. Always,
Thank you.
always fun.
I can't wait for karaoke or haunted houses next week for your not birthday.
Yeah, I don't have a birthday coming up, Christian. I don't have a birthday, but I do want to get together. And I'm looking forward to that. We got Russo Rizzo coming up at 4 o'clock. Folks, download that ESPN South Florida app. It's your one-stop shop for ESPN 106. You go back and listen to Theoretically Speaking. You can go back and listen Russo and Rizzo, Inter Miami football, Miami Hurricane football. It's all there on the app. We're bringing in Colin coming up next right here on ESPN 106.3.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as